I believe that we're all very much connected at our deepest levels, and when you share the deepest parts of yourself, you get the most in contact with others. In the spirit of that wisdom, I wanted to talk to you about these sort of poles that I exist in, these incredible pendulum extremes that characterize the application of core philosophy to an anti-rational culture. So the first is when things are bad and you feel anxious or worried, and then later on you look back and you say, oh, you know, it really wasn't so bad, the worst didn't materialize, and so on. Now, there is the other side of the coin as well. Now, the other side of the coin is, well, a couple of months ago, I did a video called My Brutal Year, and I felt low and a little beaten down and so on, but I'll tell you, man, there are other times in life where you look back at the problems you had last year, say, or maybe even last month, and you say, man, what I wouldn't give to have those problems again rather than these problems now. The show is reeling. There's a suppression. There's been a huge drop in income. A lot of this had to do with the release of the trailer and then the release of pretty much, I believe, the most anti-communist documentary film that has ever been produced, called Hong Kong Fight for Freedom. I had great hopes for that. We did a lot of work on that, interviewed some fantastic people, got some amazing footage of riots and tear gassing and so on. But you can't even find it. I mean, you type in the exact title on YouTube, and it's gone. It's ghosted. It's like some friend of Joseph Stalin's that was characterized as a counter-revolutionary and vanished from the photos and the history. So it's kind of rough at the moment. And there's always this ambivalence in this show, right? Things are going well, things are going badly. That's the sort of challenging roller coaster of simultaneous up and downiness that I've come to expect. I've managed to wrestle views back up, and podcasts are doing well. I'm enjoying the shows that I'm doing outside. I'm enjoying the shows where I'm being interviewed. I'm still enjoying the shows where I interview. I love the call-in shows. So the show is going well from that standpoint, but this slow, corrosive headwind of opposition and lies and financial hits and so on, it's taking its toll. It's taking its toll. I was very much, and still in some ways, I'm very much looking forward to 2020. This is a really pivotal year, not just in the US elections, but in the world stage as a whole. The leftists, the socialists, the communists who have taken over so much of the media, so much of academia, so much of Hollywood, they're gathering. They are gathering for their final push and their final takeover. And because I have focused so explicitly for 15 years, resolutely, unrepentantly, unapologetically, anti-communist, anti-state control, anti-totalitarianism, anti-central planning, which fundamentally is anti-mass murder, anti-genocide of anti-communists, I believe that it's really come down to this. It's really come down to this. I apologize for nothing. I retract nothing. And the communists who, or the socialists, the leftists who taken over my Wikipedia page and made it the most defecatory nonsense that you can imagine and then locked it so no one can edit it. I mean, I apologize for nothing, because my focus is on the truth. My focus is on reason. My focus is on evidence. My focus is on individuality. My focus, as always, with your help, is on philosophy, the great goddess that can keep us safe and the only thing outside of sheer weaponry that can keep us safe. So I really do appreciate everybody's feedback from My Brutal Year, the video that I put out a couple of months ago. I've thought on it long and hard. I'm developing a questionnaire to further refine what it is that you want from me. But I really do face 2020 with some trepidation, some significant concern. See, for me, this whole show has been about, in a very real way, being boxed in, being reduced in opportunities, diminished, if not destroyed, in reputation, and cornered. Now, in some ways, that's a little alarming, to be literally painted into a corner by the red of communism and incipient bloodshed. On the other hand, nothing fights more powerfully than a cornered beast. There is no place for me to go from here. This is where I believe, must take our stand. What am I going to go and get a job back in the corporate world? One search, and it would be functionally impossible. There is no way out but to fight back. To fight back, the only thing that's left for me to do is to travel and film, to show the visceral, tangible effects of philosophy on the real world. In California, in my documentary series on California, that I still have more episodes to produce. You can find that at freedomain.com/documentaries. My documentary on Poland, my documentary on Hong Kong, showing philosophy embodied, come to life in collective action, in a passionate commitment to liberty and a desire to fight back against the irrationality that always blood-soaked, gravestone domino-like leads to mass slaughter. To continue to do this work, I really need your help. The show has taken a bit of a body blow, frankly. And I can work as hard as I can, as I have been. I have been getting comments consistently that the quality of the show and the quantity of the shows is increasing, and I really, really appreciate you for that. That is part of your feedback that you gave to me on the last video. But I really, really need your help to continue. This is not the time to falter. This is not the time to run out of support. Little that I have done means much if we can't do this year. It is all been preparing for this year, which is why the show has been so undermined and undercut precisely for this year. So I try not to go to the well too often. I try not to ask too often at all, a couple of times a year. But my friends, I need your help. I need your help to do the next step, to build the next film, to continue running this great show, to invest in the spread of philosophy. We're cooking close to 700 million views and downloads and books. That is an incredible achievement that I have spearheaded, but you have fundamentally participated in and supported. If you've called into the show, if you sent me email with feedback, if you have donated to the show, if you have shared the show, or if sharing the show is too risky for you, if you have at least taken the contents of philosophy and spread them out into your world, into the world that you live in, that you can affect, that you can change. If you have not circumcised your son, if you have not hit your children, if you have adopted peaceful parenting, hell, if you got into Bitcoin early, you have helped to spread philosophy. And for that, I am so foundationally and eternally grateful. I don't think I could ever express it deeply enough. So please, this is the year. This is the year of make or break for liberty. This is where the fork in the road either goes up to the mountaintops of human freedom or down into a living hell that we saw all too often in the 20th century. Please commit yourself to freedom, commit yourself to action, commit yourself to supporting those you find the most powerful and vocal supporters of freedom. And please, please, if you can help me out, I am on bended knee and desperately need your help at freedomain.com/donate. That's freedomain.com/donate. I promise I will keep on going, but I really, really can't do it without you. freedomain.com/donate. Thank you. Let's go.